You know, with these horizontal stripes, we look like the Beach Boys on one of their many tours. Hey, the Bambino going to play Nemacolin a little bit later today with Andy Amrine. That's pretty cool, huh?
He's big time.
That's a great course. I've never seen it, but people absolutely rave about it.
Well, no, we're talking the Nemacolin Country Club.
Yeah,
The traditional course there.
There's nothing like a country club experience. Actually having that chance to just go in there and get the locker, you get a little cocktail when it's all said and done. Stop and get a sandwich on the back nine.
You could drive your cart on the green if you own it.
If you own the club.
Stop it. All right, now and smoke a nice cigar while you're playing a great round of golf. Hey, and really, he and Andy deserve it. Andy's worked hard his whole life. Now look, Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, Williamsport, something
Fake news.
bigger. Little League World Series. They're going to play there tonight. The great Bruce Tanner, who was on the air earlier with us today, and he is also mourning the loss of his companion, Bueller, his dog, for a real long time. And so we want to send a little thoughts and prayers out there because it was his really good friend. Anyway, talking about him as a coach in the major leagues, this was one of the last stops he made in Williamsport. He said it's a pretty cool little community, and they're going to play at the ballpark there, and all these little leaguers are going to have a chance to watch the big leaguers, huh?
I think that's a really interesting way to proceed, is to give those kids a chance to see a big league game in a small atmosphere like that. That should be a very interesting event that the Pirates are going to be involved in. Hopefully they can keep the home run totals down from the Cardinals and win a game.
The Williamsport Crosscutters, so named because Williamsport was once at the pinnacle of the lumber industry in this country. Some of those trees were so tall, Rob.
How tall are
They
they?
say it took 2 men and a boy to reach the top, to look to the top.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bobby, tell us something unique about the streets in Williamsport.
You know, there was so much lumber in Williamsport at one time that they used pine planks in the street because it was cheaper than asphalt.
So the Pirates will be walking the plank.
Yes.
You set me up.
Wow.
On that one. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Hey, look, TJ Watt. Give Joey Porter some love here. Joey Porter said this kid was it, and it looks as though he's going to be it. We're going to watch him today at 4. Bob Pompiani with a call. KDK TV2. Love it, love it, love it. The great Gene Collier down there writing about it. So what do you think about this TJ Watt guy?
Well, I'll leave the giving the love to Joey Porter to Bobby because there's not a lot of love coming out of this.
I'll give
this
some love
category.
to TJ Watt.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like Joey Porter. Anyway, talk about TJ Watt.
He's the number one pick. They picked him for a reason. He's got the football genes. He's got the football sense. And from what I saw in the game last week, you know, he's got game. So until why wouldn't he be starting? I think that's the question. This outrage. Where did this come from? T.J. Watt deserves to be a starting linebacker.
I like the number 90 that he's got, giving maybe to enhance the history of the Pittsburgh Steelers. The only guys I can remember are Huey Richardson and Bob Coors, and I'm not sure either of those guys are going to make the Hall of Fame. So.
Coors, as in Coors Light. What does this wonderful new design McDonald's mug look like? Look at the label and think, you especially. What does that look like? From afar, I love McDonald's coffee. Looks like an icy light can.
I was going to say, looks like the end zone at the University of Tennessee, but
Anyway,
Looks
speaking
like
of
a
that,
bunch of dots.
the aeronautical engineer graduate,
The Rocket Man.
Joshua Dobbs. That's pretty cool. Also, if I would have gotten that contract for $30 billion, I could have bought McNuggets every day for the rest of my life in the entire neighborhood. Why would he turn that money down, Bob?
You could have bought the Big Mac. You could have bought all the franchises.
I like it.
You know what? This story just now is just puzzling me to the point that I don't care about it anymore. I guess he'll show up when he wants to show up. As far as business acumen, I think he made the wrong decision. But, and we talked about it on the show, maybe he doesn't trust his own physical endurance capabilities. If he was willing to do that because he wanted more guaranteed money, I think that's telling you he wants the guaranteed money and he'll take the money and run,
All right,
so to speak.
That's okay. Speaking of running, we got to end. Bambino's got to go back to work. Matavius Bryant, well, obviously we're going to see him today. How much you really think we're going to see him today?
I think you probably will see a good deal of running. He'll probably play the whole first half. They want to get some game conditioning on him, get him some exposure to actual good route running and catching the ball, because anymore in practices you just don't get that. They need to get him back because, think about it, he's been away from football for about 16 months.
Good point. He has a lot of rust can accumulate in 16 months.
And in 1 minute or less, all of the facts you need to know about the Flying Dutchman, Hannes Wagner. Go. You're on the clock.
Honus Wagner is one of the greatest baseball players ever in the history of the game. Carnegie, PA native. Tremendous hitter, tremendous fielder, good base stealer. He was the dominant force in the game at the turn of the 19th, 20th century and lifted the Pirates to 3 of the best records ever in baseball, 1901, 02, and 03.
You're the champion. Ladies and gentlemen, I love
Of what?
Hey, just that knowledge. Take me to Carnegie, buy me a beer, and let me sit with Honus Wagner. And
It was said that you could roll a beer barrel between his legs, but you could never roll a ground ball. He was that good.
while he was doing the polka,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, that's how talented this guy was. Now, for Bob Dvorak, otherwise known as Frankie Yankovic. Thank you for joining us, boys and girls.
Thank you, boys. That's a wonderful show.
And the number to dial is
4381, not a one, same thing, nothing.
And here he is. And Bruno Mars in town Tuesday. Shawn Menendez tonight. PPG Paints Arena. Get your tickets. Beer here. Have a good day.